Hello and welcome to the Chattercade podcast, where we, just talk random shit, whatever we can fucking think of at the time. I'm your host, the Dragon King, Thomas Hughes.
I am now officially Zenify Gaming,
Officially.
aka Connor O'Shea. I say officially, that is what I'm going to go by. Alright, that's the official name.
So any video you're in now, it has to say Zenify Gaming.
Yeah, I will give it a change, yeah.
You change your Instagram then, mate.
I changed a lot of stuff still.
Well, quick starters, because you said last week we should do this at the start as well as the end. Any questions? Anything?
Yeah, questions.
Just dump them in the comments below. Or even in the channel discussion section. Because I'll also see it there.
Might get some questions when we do the live stream one. People who are coming out of that. So we should leave a little thing floating around the screen saying leave questions. No, like the old DVD thing.
Oh, yeah, you used to watch it bounce on the screen like, oh, boink.
Sit there for hours like.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, what's the topic today, Connor?
Topic of today is like, from what I take it, is what TV universe would you want to be in if you could be in any?
Spot on.
So
spot on, son.
We could just be in a regular universe.
Regular show?
Lie.
Lovely. Go on, you got any to kick us off with then?
See, I was trying to think of like the worst ones to be in.
I think I said one of the worst ones, but it's also one of the best ones at the same time.
What was that one?
Which was Game of Thrones. It's one that'd be amazing to be in because of all the monsters, the dragons, the fighting. But at the same time, you're like, I'm probably gonna die in this universe.
Depends what you are.
Especially if I look like Sean Bean.
Do you have to be yourself, or can you be anything?
You can be a concept to yourself, so maybe it looks like you, but obviously it acts different to how you act.
So I could be a dragon that looks like me.
Sure, you can just be a giant dragon with your face on the front.
My legs and arms. It's like morphed.
Only one dragon around here, son. And that's me.
Yeah. See, I was thinking like Resident Evil universe. That'd be a terrible one, but like pretty amazing at the same time.
See, I think a lot of the universes, there's the idea of it's going to be amazing because you're like, oh, I really want to be a part of this universe. At the same time, you're like, I'm probably going to die within the first 5 minutes of being in this universe.
The Walking Dead universe.
Oh, that's on my list. I definitely would like to be a part of that, just because I love post-apocalyptic stuff, which is like what inspired my my own series I was writing, which obviously involved us in like a zombie-style universe. Obviously, I definitely would love to be a part of that. Again, I'd probably dive in the first 5 minutes, probably get bit, stab, shot, the usual. But I wouldn't want to be like the 6th series onwards of Walking Dead. Like, first 5 series, definitely, because that's where it was at its peak. After that, it was like always like up and down, up and down. But I'd definitely love to be part of that first 5, especially the first series. Like when it first happens, and you're just like, shit, what's going on? How the fuck am I going to survive this? Like that sort of, it's like, as it goes along, when you've been there for like 10, 15 years, that's when it starts getting boring. You're just like, yeah, it's been repetitive now. But when it's like the first early on, virus just hit, it's just like, fight to survive. That'd be like really cool.
See, I want to do it just to see if I would survive, because I feel like I always say that, oh, I'd definitely survive a zombie apocalypse. 100% wouldn't. I'd be dead in the first 2 seconds.
See, that's another reason I'd say that early on, zombie apocalypse rather than later on. For the fact that I'm a fussy eater. So after the series 5 onwards, I'd be out.
You'd be dead.
But not just because the food's up there. Like, I wouldn't like starve to death in that sense. I'd just go, well, no pizzas. Can't live pepperoni. Boom.
Where's the chicken nuggets?
Start beating people up. Where is it? Start Batmaning them just to get the fucking food. Where is she? Chicken nuggets. But yeah, it definitely would be like an interesting concept, because you definitely want to see if you would live up to like this boast, and like you sort of having these arguments. People are like, fucking, I'd survive that easy. I'd be like kill about like 200 zombies easily, stuff like that. You're just like, yeah, I want to see if I actually would. Because the amount of like zombie games I've played, zombie things I've seen, it's like gone downhill very quickly. I think the best example is Project Zomboid. I don't know if you've ever played that game or heard of it. It's basically like it's like a really like low graphics, like sort of retro like zombie game. You can play multiplayer, and you can like live in a house, like build like defenses and everything. And I remember playing it with a couple of people. I think Alex and James, who might have been, was it James? I know Alex definitely played it with me. We played it with some other people, and there's what I died. I can't remember how many times I died. Like you can break your bones in it and everything. Like if you go on your character sheet, you can see like you got a broken arm or something.
Yeah.
And like this one like run we had to try and get some supplies. Me and the guy went in the house. We was downstairs. Zombies coming from downstairs. This guy fucking bolted at the back door. I went, thanks for fucking leaving. I went upstairs to try and hide. I locked myself in the fucking bathroom. And obviously they can break the doors down in the game. Like the doors will start breaking when they hit it. So I just jumped out the window. I just yeeted myself. I just yeeted myself out the window, like smashed straight through, and I broke my leg. And there's me. I think I got a screenshot on my Steam account actually of me running away from zombies with a broken leg. And I mean, not one zombie, not two. I mean a horde of zombies, like, slowly like behind me, and there's me just slowly limping my way in front of them, going.
Just dragging your leg across the floor.
Basically, I have to send you the image. I think I've still got it. It's quite a couple of years old now. The game. I played it a few years ago. I think I played it before I even started working where I work now. That's how old it is. I think I played it back in college.
Yeah, I don't think I might have heard of it, but forgot about it. But
it's a fun like survival game, like really retro looking. But yeah, like stuff like that. I instantly break my legs. I'm done for. That's it. Game over. I definitely would want to see if I could survive this sort of situation. Yeah, I feel like we'd do so much and just give up and like just lock ourselves in basements to starve to death and become the zombies and be like, no. And someone breaks in to try and get some pipes, but no.
But like a super zombie, I'll be off. Just come to kill level.
Not the ones that have Army of the Dead, the fucking big muscly ones.
I'll be one out.
Or even that one out of Days Gone, the big boy one.
Yeah.
It's come out like that. You've been on the weights before you died, and then you died, you come out all buffed up.
No, what I'll do is I'll die with the weights in my hand, and then I'll fuse to it, and I'll have to carry them, so I'll be really hench.
Oh, imagine there's like a fucking like a weightlifting convention going on when the apocalypse hits, and then you go in there for supplies. It's just a load of buff guys, man. You're like, yeah, I'm not getting out of this, so I'm just gonna lock this door now, just walk away because I'm fucked. Instead, then they're walking down the sign on the door saying, "Don't open, dead inside." This one, yeah. Don't open, buff inside. What?
Swole inside.
Swole inside, yes.
You're right, you could have like a single panel door. We're stuck in it trying to get through. We're stuck.
I'll tell you, university would be quite fun to live in though.
Go on then.
Like always sunny.
Always sunny, yeah. But where would you put yourself in it? Just like part of the gang, or like just like a citizen?
I think the joke I made to you was that you could be like Danny DeVito's long lost son that he's never even
long
heard
lost
of.
Son, yeah. Imagine being like Dennis's son. Charlie's son, oh my god. That'd be a fun game to play, because you've got to be just like Charlie.
I think I could play that. I'm quite whacked at the mind sometimes. I definitely feel like I could fit there. I feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine being a good universe.
Yeah, well, but I'd just be a criminal straight away.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'd be Doug Judy.
Yeah, the Pontiac Bandit. Yeah. I'll be your arch nemesis trying to capture.
See, there's some universities where, like, obviously with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's quite like a realistic one, just obviously like the humour stuff, and then you got ones like if it's like the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
like,
any superhero show.
Yeah, anything like that, that'd be insane. But knowing us, we'd go there and we'd have like zero powers. It'd be us watching everyone else get powers. No.
Oh, it could be like the defenders, like ones. Well, then again, half of the defenders have powers. It could be Daredevil Defenders, the one guy that has barely any powers.
Just blind guy.
He has enough to get him through the day. But yeah, I feel like any superhero show would be like really great to be in. Like, it depends on which one, because obviously you have like the more lighter ones, like the MCU type ones, or you can have the more darker ones, like as a Netflix universe or Titans, like ones where you pretty much could die. Invincible, the animated one. where you're pretty much, even if you're a hero, you're pretty much going to get brutally ripped apart. And I feel like we'd be definitely the ones that brutally get ripped apart instantly.
100%. Attack on Titan universe.
I looked down at my Blu-ray collection when I was thinking of some ideas. I was like, I definitely feel like that'd be a cool universe. Obviously, again, you'd probably get eaten within the first 5 minutes because we'd be like trying to figure out how to. We'd be the ones trying to figure out how to use the hook lines, and we're like,
Gundog, yeah.
we were fucking getting caught on the Titans, and there's like,
We just die. We just die
We just
straight away. We
shoot.
just smash into a building.
Either that or just like shoot straight into the mouths because we latch on to like, their necks and shoot straight into the mouth.
That's
And
right.
again, could get eaten, could become a Titan. Which would be amazing, just running around all nude and everything.
Yeah, I'll be one of them little weirdy Titans, not the big massive ones. You'd be that Yeti one.
You could be the Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot
You
Yeti.
could be one of those ones that's like like a giant head and like little tiny body and like he's like crawling across the floor, but he's just like a massive head.
Just drag him head.
Yeah, basically. I think that I remember correctly, there's one like that. But yeah, that'd be quite cool. We'd be like an aberration because obviously they're aberrations anyway. Some of them are, but we'll be ones where our actual penises stayed. But unlike the Titans, where they're really tiny, we got big Johns. We have, so we can crush people with them.
we just shoot people across the thing.
we run across. When we're running, it just drags along the floor, just taking out anything along the way.
Just making trenches for everyone.
Yes. Oh.
See, I think the best universe that you could possibly be in, just because you don't need a lot of you don't need powers or anything, you could just kind of go, would be Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like you could just go to that. But that'd be like you just fit straight in, yeah.
Pokemon trainer or Ash's mum who bangs Mr. Mime. Or a guy in the Mr. Mime suit, so he gets banged by Ash's mum.
I'll be one of the Machokes that carried the boxes.
Do you like my little joke then?
The what?
I said you could be a guy in a Mr. Mime outfit who just gets banged by Ash's mum.
Where's Ash's dad?
That is Ash's dad.
Is that why he doesn't age? Because he's just a Pokemon. It's half Pokemon, half
Have you ever heard these theories?
Oh my god.
There's so many theories that Mr. Mime's basically just his dad.
I just thought he was in a coma.
Since the 90s. Never know. But yeah, I think that's definitely like a good universe because like, you can fit in anywhere really. Obviously, you can go from either being like a Pokemon trainer or just a random civilian who just has a Pokemon. Like they say that the builders have like their own fucking like Machokes carrying the stuff, or they have all sorts of Pokemon doing like the heavy lifting shit for them. Like you could definitely be like something like.
Oh my god, how easy would our job be?
Very easy. Like I mean, I'd just like ride on the back of a champ all the time. I'd just be on his back, hold on to his neck.
I'd get something that's really fast. Like as Aurora or something, just run back and forth to the vents. I feel like a lot of like anime series would be a good universe because you can kind of fit in anywhere. Obviously, Pokemon's a good one. Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Just jump in anywhere really onto that. You've got a deck of cards, you're right.
Yeah.
Beyblade, it's another one.
So as long as you got a blade, you're fine. Monsoon, basically the same thing.
It's just a lot of like obviously live action universes have to be a big difference. There's normally something really bad. There's normally some form of threat that can kill you there.
I'll tell you a good universe. Like hilarious. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh my god.
Imagine being like something under the sea. Like just joining like there's a new house like next to them or you live there.
What would your house be?
Oh. What would my house be? A big fist.
Someone chucked on them fist dildos in.
Ah, do you know what it is? Do you know, the foam hands you get football games like with the big fingers like that.
Foam fingers.
There's the foam finger under the sea. Who lives in the foam finger under the sea? Thomas. I'm trying to think of a funny name.
Mine would just be like a corpse of like a turtle that's like choked on a straw.
that's dark. That's dark.
Who lives in a dead turtle? It's under the sea. That'd be a good one.
Connor, the sociopath.
He'd fit well into the show.
Oh man, that's really dark. That is.
Okay, what would you be then? What sea creature would you be?
Oh, a big ass megalodon.
Big shark. There's not many sharks really in.
The only ones I can really think of, there's like a drill sergeant one, and
Yeah, you got
these sharks, which are basically like a gang of dancers. I don't know if you've seen that episode. Like sharks versus pods. Like a gang of sharks versus a gang of like cephalopods, but they think they're like the buff like criminals, but in reality, they're just dancers.
Is it one? It's like the 50 style hair slick back.
Yeah.
Am I thinking about one? Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what I'd be.
Definitely a shark would be cool.
Oh, do you know what I'd be? You know, once I was watching night. When he's watching TV and Gary walks in, he's got that thing and he's like, he turns the TV off.
Yeah.
Turns to be like he's watching Port Ask Me, I'll be that thing.
But I can't think what they're called. Those, I know, it's like a weird like shaft.
Like a sea cucumber or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll be one of don't do anything but sit there.
You're definitely like a fun universe. There's not really any consequences because you don't really die. Like, I mean, there's a guy who breaks his leg every episode and he's fine.
No.
There's like an entire episode about him breaking his leg and not being able to break it anymore because a robot would have his leg, and he still gets through it just because he wants to bang a nurse who's like this really big buff guy, but it's still a woman. Yeah, it's like a weird episode that is. But there's definitely like a good like thing because there's like no consequences, nothing really that's gonna get you apart from like nematodes. It's the only thing that'll probably get you. Or that big fuck ass worm in that one episode.
Yeah, what is it?
Alaskan bullworm. Push. Oh, what's the sorry, come on there. It's another good animated universe, like Last Airbender. Like you just get like powers, man. Like which power would you have though?
That's a hard one. Because obviously you want to go for the airbend. That's quite a good one. Probably water. Water's pretty cool.
I feel like I'd be a rogue fire one that is not a bad guy. He like works against the bad guys.
Okay, like by yourself, like a mercenary.
Yeah. Like I worked for the bad guys before, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to work for you guys anymore. You guys are assholes. And I left, and I joined like the good guys, and like. And then there's like the whole tribe, fire, water, air, and earth, like teaming up, and was like, "Wah!" It's definitely like a fun universe. Like shave your head off.
Quite possibly the best universe I could think of going into with Star Wars.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's because it's just like it's not even our universe; it's like everything in it. It's like totally different place.
Yeah.
And then again, thinking of that, you could go Star Trek as well. I know more about Star Wars, so I'd go for that one.
Yeah, Star Wars is good for lightsabers and the Force.
I'd just be a droid, going, rider.
Star Trek, you want Patrick Stewart to finger you in the bumhole.
And they go, hello.
Yeah, George Takei. You could have Patrick Stewart do the thing from Extras. When he's like talking about your clothes come off. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He's like women in the park. He just looks at them and next minute their clothes are off. Fucking Patrick Stewart, what a legend.
I haven't watched Extras for years.
I haven't either. I just remember that joke. It's like one of the only that and the Ian McKellen one. Those are the two I really remember.
And the Daniel Radcliffe when he flicks that condom.
Yeah, there's the three I remember. Yeah, like Rick and Morty, but good universe. Especially if you get your hands on like the portal gun, like keep jumping between universes because you can like jump from like into different realities. Like you can literally just jump through these different realities. You could go to all these different like TV universes with a fucking portal gun. Oh, that's like the one you want to be.
You start. You start there and work your way through anything.
So that's not what you want to be, really. It's like fucking the new Space Jam. Obviously, they jump through different universes in that. Like they go to Mad Max. They go to Justice League. They go to not the live action, the animated Justice League. They go to Wonder Woman. They go to different places, like something like that. They're gonna go to Game of Thrones, but apparently got cut, which is a shame. That'd been hilarious. The kids going, "What's that, Mom?" When you're older, son.
What's that, Mom? Just a fucking woman feeding a kid on a tit.
Is the kid LeBron James though?
Yeah.
He's just snuck in real quick. And he's the mum Bugs Bunny.
Nah, the mom's Percy Pig.
Yeah, definitely that's sort of the one you start with, and like you're able then to go through these different ones just to check out like which one you want to be in like the most. Like if you're in The Walking Dead, you're about to die. Okay, portal gun, bye. I'm out of there. But you can just like jump through different things from that point of view.
I was trying to think of TV series with like time traveling, but I couldn't think of one.
I was
thinking of film, which is obviously Back to the Future. It's the only one I could think of with time travel. I'm trying to think of a series.
Time travel
series
TV shows. We got Travelers, which ran for 3 seasons. We've got Krypton, which ran for 2 seasons. Agents of Shield did a time travel at one point. Look at this, is probably better. Quantum Leap.
I was just thinking like, anything with time travel could be interesting, just for the fact you could change. Like, obviously, it'd be like standard reality, but you could go back and change stuff.
Timeless. It could be
go back and win the lottery.
Heroes had time travel in.
That'd be a good universe to be in.
Yeah.
Heroes.
12 Monkeys. That was a time travel one as well. And that's like
Heroes, man. You could just put me on Heroes. I haven't watched that in ages. That's such a good series.
I think I watched the first series. I got the entire collection.
I've got them somewhere.
I got the entire collection on Blu-ray, and I never got around to watch
it. I'm going Blu-ray. I'm not posh.
I went for about phase. I was like, it's like a really cheap offer, like to get the entire collection. And then I watched series 1. I was like, that's good. I watched the start of series 2, and I got around to finishing watching it. But yeah, that'd definitely be a good universe. Because obviously, again, it's that idea of you can have superpowers. You can interact with like all your favorite heroes. But I mean, 12 Monkeys have been an interesting one because obviously half the show is like set in like the future, which is basically like a post-apocalyptic destroyed world. But then you have to go back in time to try and fix that world. So you get to go back to like it's the year is 2043, and they go back to 2015 because 2015 was when the show was released.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had to make Dot from Back to the Future in that because the actor was in it. At one point, he was in it. Good show.
Uncle Fester.
You know what would be a good one to be in as well? Not the new ones, but the old ones when obviously like all the people are them. Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
So technically, that was a series at one point. So technically, that's allowed to be in this discussion because that was a really old series after the films. But, I mean,
I think we'd survive in that. We've had enough training with Caesar. So.
I feel like you definitely want to be like in the world where like the people look like apes. No, it's like they did the Tim Burton one, like the original one, which obviously the series they basically utilise that sort of design. But that sort of Planet of the Apes, like almost like actual monkeys that are smart, like ones where it's like monkeys that are evolved into looking like people, like that sort of one. Just because
talking.
Yeah, that'd be like amazing. That would we'd live in that world anyway because we got Weldon. So Weldon's basically there. And for people who don't know, to clarify, this is our supervisor at work. And to clarify, he is white, so this is not us being racist. Just to clarify a few things here, in case people got really confused and were like, these guys are racists. No, he's white, we just call him a monkey for some reason.
Because he looks like Caesar. He just has the same look.
And chases Maurice, the orangutan.
Oh my god.
No way, Chaser's got these 5 videos anyway. If he does, we love
Alright.
you.
You're coming. Who's Maurice?
No, he's watched the new films. He knows who we're on about.
Yeah, no, kind of. I don't think I've watched I might watch the new one. I haven't watched the newest one. I watched the one before that.
Watch the new trilogy, man. The new trilogy is the bomb.
I need to watch it.
I watched every single one in cinema. They're that good. I think I saw War twice in cinema. Is that
I'll
good?
go watch them at some point.
I would say I'd lend you my copy of it, but my copy's a 4K copy, so I can't really lend you the copies.
Yeah.
Another one I sort of had an idea, which I thought was quite cool, and which was based on an old series, but then it got turned to a film with one of the guys that are friends, and then it got turned to a TV series again. Lost in Space, which is the one with the robot.
Oh, the comedy one.
The
Lost in Space.
original series was a comedy. Then they did the film, which was half comedy, half serious. Then they did the new Netflix adaptation, which was obviously really serious. Which is
No, I haven't watched the Netflix one.
I'm on series 2. I think I'm halfway to series 2. I'm trying to finish it before series 3 comes out later this year. If it still comes out this year, which is the last series. Because that's the last series, series 3. And that'd be like a cool idea. So it's like that. You get to go to like an alien space, like planet, and you get to like build like a society on this planet, which would be really cool. Because obviously you got the spaceships you can live in, but obviously you're building like your own sort of livable situation on this alien world, which is hostile. There's like robots on there as well, which is like some are evil, some are bad, good. Like that sort of that'd be like really cool. But I think I like this idea. Obviously, you go into like this other sort of reality, and you have to build like a life in this new reality where obviously your world's basically fucked, and you want to like make this like new universe. I think another good one would be Terra Nova. I don't know if you've ever watched that. It was like one of the most expensive TV shows of its time, and they cancelled it after one series because of how expensive it was. It's on Disney Plus, actually, the first series. It's got quite a famous casting, quite very famous, and it's basically like Earth's basically it's in the future. Earth's basically fucked. It's polluted. Everything's wrong with the Earth. So they basically went back in time to the age of the dinosaurs, and they basically built like a civilization. And every so often, they send more and more people back to basically start over.
Just not like a second world, but with a like previous world.
Yeah, but obviously they send back like the people that are used for like doctors, soldiers, stuff like that that you'd need to survive.
Yeah.
And obviously this family goes back. They obviously have to live in this world, and obviously as they're like trapped in like a massive cage because outside this cage is dinosaurs, and not just dinosaurs, there's people out there that basically once they've gone back but have gone bad. And you got to deal with these people and these dinosaurs, but obviously you got to build like this new life in the past. So it's like the idea of you got to try and survive this new world because your old world's fucked. You need to like not make the same mistakes. I like that sort of idea of trying to build like this new society while also trying to not make the same errors that fucked up your previous society. That's
and this only got one season
because it was really expensive to make. Apparently, I think the blind guy of Don't Breathe.
Oh yeah,
it's got him in it. He's like a general.
Right, I've got a follow-on question to this. If you had to go back, what 5 people would you take with you?
What do you mean, go back?
Like, if you had to go back, start a civilization again, you can take 5 people with you. Who are you taking?
I only know you lot.
No, it can be anyone, celebrities, anything.
Oh.
Your local GP.
Well, I gotta get my blood pressure checked out every now and again.
I'll take my first one would be David Attenborough.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Imagine this chilling, all you hear like, behind you like, here we see the mighty Connor masturbating till he's gone blind. Right, David. Hello there.
I'll take Bear Grylls. He can come with.
Oh, that definitely could be a good choice. The sort of fact that he'd be like, okay, here's a bag of piss. Drink this bag of piss, you'll be alright. I'll take Ross Kemp. He's a hard man, isn't he?
Ross Kemp. Bring him with.
If anything goes wrong, just put like if it's like I say dinosaur time, just push him into the dinosaurs, see if he can handle them and run off.
Take the Rock, he just beat the dinosaurs up.
Or even like Vinnie Jones, so sort of like you need like a tough guy or tough woman, not sexist here. You need someone who's basically has like a good medical like degree or something. Like something.
Sister Dora.
You need like a good survival expert.
Bear Grylls.
Um,
Right, so given so far, we've got Bear Grylls and we've got David Attenborough. We need three more people.
okay, so let's sort of think of it. Who's like a really good like, medical person in the world?
Oh my god,
Oh, so let's type
Doctor
in.
Strange.
So let's type in famous medical.
Famous medical people that are still alive.
Uh, you say that, and the first thing I get is like died in 1823, died in 1955. So let's put famous modern medical doctors.
Mm.
These are dead people, I think, again.
You know what?
These are all dead people. Why is this giving me dead people?
We just find that the world leading like neuron surgery guy or something crazy. Bring some scientists with us as well. Bring Stephen. Oh no, he's dead. Who's not dead? Stephen Hawkins. Even if he was alive, he'd be a bit of a burden if he went back with no ramps everywhere.
Oh, there's a guy here with big, big ears, man.
Yes.
I was like scrolling for like supposing like famous doctors. There's a guy here with massive fuck off ears.
I'm just trying to think of like we'd have to take like a scientist on top of a medical person as well.
I don't know any of these people.
Oh, we take Bill Nye the Science Guy with us.
Oh yeah, Bill Nye, man.
Yeah, man. And then for the random fifth member, we'd take someone who could like entertain.
Wait. Question is, do we need to restart civilization?
Oh shit.
Because if so, we need a woman. Okay, I know we we can do some butt babies, but they die instantly.
Oh, we're gonna have to take Bear Grylls out of the situation then because you're not gonna choose us over Bear Grylls, are we? Oh my god. See, David Attenborough, he can't have babies now, like, you know what I mean? So it'd be alright. You gotta take someone. Who would you take?
You need someone.
I reckon we just take a porn star with us. She ain't gonna give a shit who's doing it, you know what I mean? She'd take David Attenborough.
I can't have kids. Go for it, mate. You never know.
Yeah, we'll bring Johnny Sins with us. Johnny Sins can just bang any like the people alive on the earth at the time. Actually, we've got it. We'll just bring Johnny Sins. He's done every job possible.
And then we can just like have an army of chicks with us.
Oh my god, yeah.
Ah, good thinking there. Good thinking. Just Johnny
There
Sins.
you go. We've won this. Johnny Sins.
Johnny Sins and whatever birds we can find that in the words of bottom, whatever birds will bang us.
We'll just ask for his opinion. He'll know. He'll get some.
Trying to think of something else. Like style of universe, that'd be quite cool to live in.
Well, is there any horror universes other than like Stranger Things?
That'd be quite cool one.
For that.
Just because obviously it's like 80s vibe. Horror universes TV. 31 best TV horror streaming shows. Let's have a look. Get rid of this ad. I don't want this ad on. American Horror Story would be a weird one because it changed every season.
Yeah. Oh, you could pick which one though.
I think Ash vs Evil Dead would be cool. Just because Ash Williams, man. Castle Rock was quite an interesting one because it was like all Stephen King books.
Don't think I've seen that.
It only lasted like 2 series, but I mean, it was all his like books, like it's like references within like this massive like town. Like you had the guy who played It in it, but obviously he wasn't playing Pennywise. He was just like a normal guy. But there's loads of references like Cujo, and things like that in it. So that's a bit interesting. Seeing that Under the Dome was quite an interesting one, which is another Stephen King one where they're all trapped under a dome.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like The Simpsons.
Yeah, basically. What else we got here? No, I think I shit myself instantly.
What?
Like the hauntings ones on Netflix with the ghosts.
Uh,
I think I shit
yeah.
myself instantly. um, that was quite an interesting one. Lovecraft Country, which is like a recent TV series. Like I only made one series, and they basically just went, "Yeah, we're not doing it anymore." But it was like
Mm,
really interesting. It was like it's based on like H.P. Lovecraft monsters and that. It was like
yeah.
in in the real life world, like in the past as well. And it was both dealing with obviously these monsters and the monsters of civilization in the form of racism. Since the main like premise is obviously based on like a cast of obviously black male and females. Obviously, it was dealing with both the racism of the world at that time, as well as these basically Lovecraftian monsters. Like the first episode, you saw like, these vampire monsters that were like trying to kill them, but the monsters are also after these cops that were trying to kill these people. So basically, obviously, you had these people dealing with the cops who were being really racists, but then there's
Yeah.
also these monsters after everyone, which is like really cool. That'd be like an interesting one. Um, X-Files are quite interesting,
Mm.
which is dealing with
Could
all
get
sorts.
anything for that.
Exactly, dealing with all sorts on that. Um, what else we got? The Strain. If you ever saw that vampire one, it's
No,
like
not seen
set
it.
in. I think it was New York. It was based on like Guillermo del Toro. Basically produced it. It's like a pandemic, and basically the
Yeah.
pandemic turned people into vampires. And basically, it's two like, these little worm parasites that you could find in your arm. And it was like there's like a couple of vampires that were good though, and they're helping like the humans trying to like kill the bad vampires. It was a really good TV show. Again, it's on Disney Plus if you want to check that out. Twilight Zone would be interesting because obviously again it's like a different thing each episode. Imagine the one where they got the like gremlin on the side of the plane. It's turning to that. Like, ah!
Oh, oh, it's not a TV series. I want to say Ghostbusters universe.
There is an
It's not a
animated
TV
universe
series.
though.
Oh, there we go. We can have Ghostbusters
There's
and
like a
I'll see
really
that one.
old animated show, but that was made by I think it's Hanna Barbera.
Mm.
So I think the one voice was the guy who actually voiced Fred and Scooby Doo. I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's
Oh,
somewhere.
Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo universe.
That'd be hilarious. That us as a gang
Movie
that's trying to solve stuff. I got one. It's
Well
me.
then.
You should know it by now. Come on. It's me. What TV show do I like? It's a kids'
A
TV
lot.
show.
Oh my god. Paw Patrol.
Fuck's sake, you got it in one.
Oh,
Nah. Come on, son. You got this. You got this. It's me.
Power Rangers. Oh my god.
That'd be
It's so
amazing.
bad.
It'd be amazing to live in, man. I guess you basically get superpowers by just clicking a button on a wristwatch or something.
Right, Ceratops.
Or it obviously depends which series you're a part of, though.
Wait, can you do all the dinosaur ones?
I mean,
Do you know them off by heart? Could you do like, because I was like, Triceratops.
right, it's Tyrannosaurus, there's Triceratops, Mastodon, Saber-toothed Tiger, Pterodactyl, Dragonzord, White Tiger.
What do they do when they combine?
What do you mean?
Not when they turn into the big one.
Well, you got the normal
What did I
Megazord.
say then? Just Megazord.
We need Megazord power now! And then the Zord.
You'd be that guy on the screen, you would, like, ball guy on the screen. Power Rangers.
I know the actual order, though. Like the actual order, I just did it in random
I
order.
know you will.
I think it's Pterodactyl, Triceratops. Like Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, Tyrannosaurus, and then they usually just throw in the other guy at the end, whether it's Dragonzord or White Tiger.
I'm leaving that off by heart.
I've known this show since like the early 2000s. Of course, I know it off by heart. Anyway, I've run out of ideas on my list.
Yeah, like I say, there's tons of universes that you can go to, but there's some universe that would just break every other universe. Like you say, Rick and Morty, we could just do that, get everywhere. Even Family Guy, if
Yeah.
Stewie's thing could go anywhere. A lot of stupid shit, but it's like, where do you put yourself in the universe? Do you just like a normal civilian, or like are you mixed in with like the actual main shit? Like, because obviously with The Walking Dead, you there's no way you could escape the zombies. Like you are stuck with that. But
Yeah.
if you're in like Family Guy, you just don't have to go anywhere near any of them or have anything to do with them.
I feel like even if you're not anywhere near them, you still end up getting involved. There's like that whole one joke of like, oh, we're the guys that like we're the couple that live like a whole city away from like them, and next minute you see like Peter running across the screen, and it's like, oh, okay, like that. Even if you're like not anywhere near, I'm somehow still near them.
They still find a way.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I've run out of things to say. Ugh.
Right, well then that topic we'll go on to
News.
what are you doing first? The news.
Yeah, news time. So movie news. Hugh Jackman's new movie, Reminiscence, has done really bad at the box office. Apparently, it's like one of the biggest box office bombs of all time.
Yeah.
According to the internet, it was cost $68 million to make. Its opening weekend, it made $5 million.
Is that it? Jesus,
it's done better on streaming.
What film was that?
Reminiscence. It's made by the same.
I've not even heard of it.
It's made by the creator of one of the two creators of Westworld. She's also married to Christopher Nolan's brother.
Is it like good reviews, or is it just bad reviews so no one's watching it?
It got really bad reviews. I thought it was really good. I'm a big fan of Westworld. I'm a fan of Lisa Joy's work on Westworld, and I watched it. I thought it was really good.
We could have been part of Westworld.
Ah, how did it make it? But yeah, it's done really. Obviously, I think last time I saw on Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score was like in the 30s, and the audience was in the 40s.
That's really good at all.
And again, it took ages for the audience score to come up, so not many people must have been watching it. But then again, according to like some stats I've read, like 800,000 households in America watched it on HBO or something like that, or 800,000 accounts basically watched it.
Yeah,
which is not too bad to be fair. Basically, what they're saying is it looks like it's been born. It was born for a streaming movie, but obviously they put it. That's the thing. Obviously, with COVID, every film they put out that's basically like this hybrid release that's like a 15 plus has done really bad, and this is no exception. But then again, this wasn't really marketed. Like I saw a trailer and that was it. I saw a single trailer and that was it. Nothing else about it until it came out. I was like, oh, okay. So it was basically really badly marketed. Something that's interesting, obviously. I think it was early hours of Monday morning. There was that really bad quality copy of Spider-Man No Home trailer got leaked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Before like a whole day later, they released the actual official trailer. I just found it funny that people are like rushing to watch this like 140p, recording on a mobile phone, got the watermarks all over the screen trailer instead of waiting a whole day where you got the bigger trailer, which was amazing to watch.
I've not watched it. I'm trying to avoid it.
You've got a long time to try and avoid these spoilers. It's August. You got what, September, October, November. You got 4 months.
I'll try my best.
That's never going to happen. Tom Cruise was filming a big stunt in Derbyshire recently, involving this.
I know about the one in Birmingham
when he was in the restaurant.
He was in the train station as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, he did like a big stunt with like a locomotive in Derby. They built like a whole track over like a massive like quarry, and the train was obviously going over it. That sounds quite interesting. Obviously, it's Mission Impossible 7, I think it is, which is still filming.
Yeah, we'll just keep going and going. Don't think it's ever going to end.
I think they're supposed to have done 7 and 8 back to back, but obviously COVID meant they could only do 1.
Yeah.
That's what I'm moving. It's TV news. They released the first look images at the Netflix live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
The images look quite decent, to be fair. I've never watched the anime. I might watch it.
I've heard a lot about it, but I've never watched it.
It's supposed to be really good, isn't it?
I've heard really good reviews about it, yeah.
So I might check it out before the actual series drops on Netflix. I think it's supposed to drop in November.
Hopefully it's good anyway.
The Star Wars prequel series Andor, which is the prequel to Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is finished filming apparently. They're taking down all sets, so they finished it, ready to go. So there's post-production there. And something I actually read right before doing this, Brandon Routh, the guy who played Superman in Superman Returns and part of the Arrowverse's Atom, will be leading the voice of the new Magic the Gathering animated series on Netflix.
Didn't know I was even doing a Magic Gathering series.
It was originally going to be produced by the Russo brothers. They were helping make it, the guys who did the Avengers and that. But they dropped out literally like a day or two ago due to creative differences. And out of nowhere, they're like, oh yeah, Brandon Routh's the lead voice. I was like, okay. Yeah, that's all my news there. You got any gaming news?
Current gaming news that I've read. Apparently, Halo developers, is it Bungie still? I'm not quite sure now who's making it. They're saying that like when the game releases, is going to be like no co-op story, is going to be no Forge at release. Then they announced earlier that they're worried about the current state of the campaign. So, I mean, they already delayed it. How long? So, I think they're trying to focus more on multiplayer, which most companies are doing because that's where their money is. So, but I mean, it being free to play anyway, I'm surprised they're even adding story to it. So, there's been all retro games, you can get them graded and then they're put into like a sealed box. Apparently, like a sale went on recently and some sold for like a ridiculous amount. Apparently, it's like a big like fraud thing to put the prices up. So like, I think it's ridiculous. Like there's like a copy of Super Mario and it got like 100 million. So obviously, all people with this Super Mario now are trying to sell it for like 100 million. Obviously, it's not worth it. Someone's just like bumped up the prices just by like fraud and whatever. So yeah, it's gone crazy. Not much real gaming news. I mean, obviously, Ghost of Tsushima DLC thing came out the other day.
Alien Fighters team came out today.
What?
The Alien game.
Oh yeah, Alien. I've seen some reviews on it. Apparently, it's just a run-of-the-mill shooting co-op game, but apparently it's pretty decent for a Aliens game, considering like, is it Aliens Colonial Marines did really bad? Yeah, everyone's giving like good reviews, saying like at least it's better than that. So run-of-the-mill horde shooter. So I'm trying to think of any other games that are coming out recently or like been delayed. I know New World got delayed until next month, I believe, the end of next month.
WWE got delayed for next year.
What did?
WWE game.
Oh, WWE. That's huge.
March. Which apparently is pissed off WWE. So they obviously wanted it out by November.
You're stupid though. Like, I think the best thing is to do is to delay it, is just make it better and make people buy it, rather than like have what happened last year when it came out and was broken for how long?
It's been 2 years.
So, was the year before? Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. That's why I think they're probably more pissed off, is the fact that it's been 2 years, it should be ready by now.
Big money maker for them as well, isn't it? So.
Exactly.
But if it's a good game, more people buy it. Even wrestling fans will probably go out the way to be like, oh, pick it up, it's a good game. So, then again, the last one probably made a few thousand people buying it just to look at the jankiness of it. So,
I still play the last one every now and again. If I get bored, I'll just stick it on, just have a little go. Have a little laugh.
But yeah, that's my gaming news so far for today. So,
I found some interesting news for us. Obviously, McDonald's run out of milkshakes, which is quite funny.
McDonald's run out of milkshakes.
Apparently, the
milkshake machine it never works anyway.
Because apparently, obviously, there's lack of like lorry drivers.
Everywhere in the country.
It's affecting everyone, and McDonald's apparently run out of milkshakes because of it, which I thought was quite funny. I saw this. I saw the videos of this the other day. Basically, just listen to the article title: "Woman attacked by alligator says I love him and it shouldn't face any consequences."
Oh,
did you see this? When he grabbed her arm, that guy has to jump in, fucking hold it down to get it to let go. Yeah. As I was watching the video, I was watching it. I was like, okay. I scrolled up and I went, actually, I gotta see how this ends. And I went back to watch it, and obviously it's like she puts her hands in the machine, and grabs her arm, drags her in. And that big bald guy just dives in, grabs hold of it, and obviously eventually it releases. And he just sits on it, doesn't he, for ages before obviously just jumping out of the fucking enclosure. That was quite bad to watch.
The thing is with that though, is obviously, I mean, she's saying like obviously she still loves it and stuff, but I mean, you can have a pet dog that is tame for years and years, and that turns sometimes and bites people. So I mean, and you're not going to exactly tame a crocodile or
alligator.
Alligator, sorry, you're not going to tame an alligator.
It was America. It was alligator.
No, alligator in America. I just saw the tank though.
This is actually from last month. This news I just found. I typed in interesting news, and then Sky gave me this, which is quite funny. Cornwall man 18 rescued from hole he dug on beach that collapsed on him. Basically, what I'm saying is that he dug like a big hole, and all the sand collapsed around him and just like trapped him, and the fire brigade had to come in and like drag him out. And then there's like an article they're like, yeah, don't dig big holes on beach, please. Sand does collapse.
I'll tell you what, that'd be terrifying though, watching the sand collapse.
Would be.
Like, maybe claustrophobic as well. Imagine that. Just everything like whoosh.
Yeah, that's just terrible. Okay, that's all my news. No, time is now.
Movie/TV review.
Yes, sir. I'll do this in the least spoilery way possible because I know you've only watched the first 5 minutes and turned it off. So my choice for today, for review-wise, is the new Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf anime movie that's on Netflix that came out on Monday, which is a South Korean American anime adaptation which serves as a spin-off / prequel to the Netflix live-action Witcher series. Obviously, you have the issue with the animation because it's the exact same as Castlevania and whatnot. It's just like bit drab, but I'm a big fan of the animation. I think the animation looks incredible to watch.
Like, I think it looks good. I don't know what it is. Like, I watch it and I'm just like, just use some more like colours. Like, obviously it's set in a dark setting and it makes sense, but it's just maybe it's just personal preference.
I think it didn't let it like go long enough because it gets
same voice actor puts me off as well.
Yeah, obviously the voice acting is good, but obviously every time you close your eyes, you just think of the guy from Castlevania. Everyone else is fine. It's just every time you close your eyes, you just hear his Castlevania character. Like, am I watching Castlevania? Nope, Nick Witcher. Okay. I think the opening sequence was quite cool. Obviously, it set the tone for the movie with blood, monsters, the witch's pitch black eyes. You know, that set the sort of tone of what to expect. And the monster you see at the start looked incredible. Obviously, it had turned into like bats, which was really cool. It was like this really interesting battle between obviously the Witcher and the monster, which was really good looking. The Witcher had his bathtub, so you know you can't have your Witcher without a Witcher bathtub. With a nice little shot of his ass afterwards when he got out.
We need the unicorn sex scene still.
It does very much feel like it's part of the Witcher Netflix universe. It's for the constant time jumps because there's loads of flashbacks within it to when Vesemir was younger, so there's a lot of flashback time jumps to that, and then Back to the Future, back, forward, back. There's a lot of those. So you're just like, yeah, this is definitely like the actual Witcher TV series. I feel like obviously the flashbacks in the past were done really well. They're really well handled. Obviously showing him before he was a Witcher, trained to be a Witcher. Because I mean, when you actually saw him, which you never really see, you actually got to see him trained to be a Witcher, which is quite dark and brutal. Like, I mean, the Witcher just lets you throw kids into like a swamp and like fend for yourself, which is quite dark. And obviously, just watching these kids just get attacked by monsters, which is, you know, not for everyone, but it's interesting to watch. And obviously, the stuff in the present was very cool because it led to like a really big Witcher event, which, as I said to you, they changed the lore behind, which pissed some people off. But I didn't mind because it meant, obviously, it worked better for this movie to be different. The visuals they used for the magic, because obviously you see a lot of magic throughout the film, it just looks fucking outstanding. Like, I think it's about 45 minutes in when you get this battle where you see the characters using magic. And the fight itself between the Witcher and this monster, I think it's the one in the trailer, that weird monster, and the one with the big wings in the trailer I showed you.
Oh yeah,
It's that fight. Like the fight between the Witcher and the monster in general is decent, but when you add the magic, it just makes it more brighter. It makes it more like feel like it's actually
full fight.
Yeah, it shows this sequence even better, essentially. Obviously, you have this big end conflict, which is obviously the one they changed from the books and whatnot. And it is really good. It's a really good like end fight with. There's a big twist. It's full of violence. Lots of monsters butchering an army of witches. Vice versa as well. Like, it's a huge fight, and it definitely has like a lot of Castlevania vibes in this fight. Just from the carnage that it's giving you. And obviously, as I say, you get to see like witches with like pure black eyes, which is always the best. Obviously, when you saw Henry Cavill in the first episode of The Witcher, when he like killed that monster and his eyes are pure black, it was just like really cool. And it's like the final line in the movie was just the perfect way to end the film. Like, it had like this really cool, that usual witchy music, like it had that, but obviously the line delivery, I was like, literally I smiled, and I did that fucking Leonardo DiCaprio meme when he points at the TV screen.
I thought,
I did that because I was like, oh, so I was guessing it. I was like, is that going to be this and that? And it says it. I was like,
you're like, hell yeah.
yes. I was like, yes. I just think in general it's a really great piece of animation to watch. Obviously, it tied us over till Series 2 in December. It's done a good job of expanding this universe, obviously giving us this prequel, obviously setting up this character that's coming into Series 2, because Vesemir is going to be a part of Series 2 when he's older. So it gives us this, obviously, backstory for him to build us up to this, because obviously, yeah, they could have done a live action backstory series, but I feel like for cheapness, it's a good way of doing it like this. And I would like them to do more animated spin-offs, because obviously they've got the live action prequel coming anyway, but I mean, I feel like animated spin-offs is a good way of expanding the universe a bit more.
A few more side characters in.
Yeah, Altered Carbon did it. They did obviously the 2 series before it got cancelled, but they had an animated movie in between the 2, obviously to introduce more characters and whatnot, obviously expand your world, which is a really cool idea. So I hope they do more stuff like this, which would be quite cool. And because I definitely would check them out. I just recommend it if you're a Witcher fan, if you're a fan of anime, it's definitely something to check out. If you're a Castlevania fan, definitely check it out. It's literally just Castlevania, near enough. So that's probably why I like it. My main criticism is the length of the movie. It's an hour 20. They cram a lot of story into an hour 20, and it feels rushed at times. It like jumps around a lot. So I feel like give it an extra half hour, it would have like been able to drag out certain scenes a bit more. I think that's my main criticism. Or even like
just pull it out.
They could have done like a trilogy of movies, or like a couple of series, like to span out this story a bit more, because that would have worked a bit more than just like a single movie. But I feel like for a single movie, it's done a good job. It's just that length really fucked it a bit. So because of that, it doesn't mean it's gonna be like incredible, because it just rushes. So I'm gonna give my highest rating on this new show, which is a 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 out of 5. Highest rating yet.
As I say, it's just the length that stops it from getting to that 5. If it had that extra half hour, I feel like I probably could have give it the 5 if it did it well. But for the fact it doesn't, I just can't give it, because it's just too short for me.
It needs to expand on parts, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of times like you see one thing happening, and the next minute it jumps to this other thing, like this big event going on. You're like, wait, if you just expanded that scene a bit more, it would have been a lot more dramatic. Like a character comes out, a character dies. I'm not gonna say who. But this character dies and whatnot, and it's like instant from like this one scene, it jumps straight to this character dying, and it's like it would have been interesting if you saw them go to this character and drag this character into this position, but and be like, what's going on? Like that, like drag out these scenes, not just have it like instantly there, he's dead. That's like just drag that out a bit more. Don't just like instant kill. That's just a bit, shoddy.
Little nitpick things that just make it better for you.
Yeah. Basically, if it was those were fixed, then it definitely would be a 5. And that's it. As usual, questions and answers. Weird be the answers. Questions, comments.
Weird are the answers.
We're going to do that at the start and end of every video. Questions, answers.
Yeah, just
questions. I did it again. Questions and comments. In the comments below, or in the channel in the channel discussion. Yeah, put it in my description. Edit my video for me. Put it in my channel description.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got a new way of doing this now, Connor. Like, we're getting a week off.
Yeah, a week off.
Because I gave James the chance to finally bring Mugcast to light. Already regretting it. Already seen his topic for episode 1, and I'm like, damn, is this guy allergic to pussy or what? But yeah, so next week, so basically we're going to be fortnightly, me and you. We're going to be fortnightly, and in between our videos, we're going to have Mugcast with James and whatever topic and whatever guest is on there. I'm still going to be involved, but I think I'm taking like a more producer role, like stepping back, being off camera, fixing stuff, like when they say something, I'm like, oh no, actually you meant this year, like being that sort of person, like not fully like I am there, like basically giving other people the chance to have their words rather than me just doing it each week. Gives me a break.
Everything. Go away.
Gives me a break. And gives the audience a break from my face. Because my face is basically on my channel every day. Apart from Mondays and Wednesdays.
We need a break.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, that's going to be slotting in nicely between me and you. So
James is slotted in between me and you.
so yeah, basically we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Wow, that's going to
That'll
be
be
nice.
weird.
Nice little break. Nice little break there, but it gives us a chance to work on what we need to work on next week, doesn't it?
Yeah, get a bit more topics, get a bit more stuff under our belt, feel ready
Yeah.
for it.
And also, if people have sent us questions, we've got 2 weeks worth of stuff to actually utilize.
Yeah,
And obviously,
we'll get to it.
yeah, basically, there's a lot
We've got
of
2 weeks to make fake accounts for fake comments. What?
we've got 2 weeks to work on this, and we've also got 2 weeks to work on our little sketch we're working on.
Yeah,
So literally, that's probably the best thing why James has brought this to me now is for the fact that next week, obviously, is when we're finally going to start filming our sketch. So it's probably a good idea that James is doing this, obviously, one in advance, because then next week, when we would normally be recording, I can be editing and looking through the footage we've got from obviously Monday. So there's always a bonus from something like this. So yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. As
Peace
always,
out.
drinking Thomas Hughes.
Zenify Gaming, aka Connor O'Shea.
He's
Peace out,
gonna
people.
make it official. He
I
promises.
will. I keep saying it.
He's gonna put the stamp of officiality on it.
I will, yeah.
So until next time on the Chattercade podcast. I saw the glance there, you dirty little bastard.
If it lasted long enough, they get to see it.
Fuck's sake, Connor. Always you and your smut.
Oh.
Bye.